guys, welcome back to my channel. So I created this really dark and smoky evening fall / autumn makeup look. So here is how to create it. I started with my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, and I'm just taking this through the crease because I already have a bit of concealer underneath my brows, which are already done, but I wanted to just take some concealer a bit further down. So I'm just taking that through the crease and leaving it off of the lid because we're going to put something else there, which is this Makeup Geek Full Spectrum eyeliner, and it's a burgundy shade. I'll leave the actual name of it down below for you in the description box, but they're so soft and like really easy to work with, but they are super long wearing, so I really like it. And also there are so many shades, but as you can see, I'm just sketching out this shade onto my lid, and I'm not taking it too high up into the crease, as you can see. And then I'm just going to go in with a transitional blending shade, and this is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, and I am just taking this through the crease and a bit above it, well yeah, quite a bit above it, and this is what the other shadows are going to blend into, so it's a background shade which people can't really see too much. Then for the star of the show, it's Bitten by Makeup Geek, and I'm just patting this onto the lid with a flat eyeshadow brush. And yeah, you just want to keep packing this on until you get the intensity that you like. And then going in with Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek again, I'm just taking this on a bit more of a crease brush. So this is the Petite Crease Brush by Zoeva, and as you can see, I'm taking it back and forth in windscreen wiper motions through the crease, and I'm really not taking this shade too high whatsoever, and then making sure to go back in with the first blending brush that I used to make sure it's all blended and smoked out. And then you just want to go in and pack some more Bitten eyeshadow on because you don't want to lose the intensity of that, and then again just blend through the crease. Then I'm just going to tight line with a Kohl liner. This is my Sephora 12-hour waterproof black Kohl liner. What a mouthful, but yeah, you can use any black eyeliner that you like, and yeah, you can you just want to run this along your top waterline. And then for the skin, I've got my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'll leave the name of this one down below. It's not, I think it might be custard. It's a bit more of an orangey shade because I want to correct kind of like the pigmentation and scars and anything that I don't like on my skin with this concealer. And as you can see, I'm just popping it on in those areas, and then I will just blend it out with a brush. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm stippling over in that area. I'm not really rubbing the product around too much. I'm just stippling in the area that I've applied the concealer to make sure it is still on in that place. For foundation, I've got my NARS Sheer Glow in the shade Syracuse, and I'm just applying this with a damp beauty blender sponge. As you can see, I'm just bouncing it around along the face, not dragging the product around, just patting it in. And this is one of my favorite methods to blend your foundation in, and it just looks flawless. Then for underneath, you guys, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer again in the shade Pure Beige, and I'm using my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer to highlight. So starting off with the LA Girl one first, it's really nice and full coverage. It also doesn't crease, and yeah, so this is just going on underneath the eyes to conceal my dark circles. I'm also going to use this to highlight as well. Just down the bridge of my nose, top of my forehead, cupid's bow and chin, and then you're just using my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer to just go over those areas to brighten up these areas even further. As you can see, it just makes it a hell of a lot brighter and I love it. Then using my damp beauty blender sponge again, just to blend that all in. It just makes it look so seamless. There's no harsh lines along the face whatsoever, and it's just a really nice and quick method to use. Once you've blended that all in, you want to set those highlighted areas in place, and I've got my Mercier translucent setting powder. This is one of my absolute favourite powders, and I'm packing this on to the highlighted area with my damp beauty blender sponge. Most people would use a brush, but a damp sponge really does help to blend it into the skin. It doesn't make the powder sit on top of it, it doesn't look cakey, and yeah, I'm just taking any of that excess product to pat around the rest of my face. I'm not actually using like a face setting powder this time. For bronzer, I've got my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Dark Deepest, and I'm applying quite a bit of bronzer. I really want to warm up the skin and yeah, just make it look glowy. So yeah, I'm applying this in the hollows of my cheeks, but you don't need to be too neat with it. And I'm also applying this onto my temples and just on the top of my forehead, so where the sun would naturally hit me. Then I've got my contouring powder by Makeup Geek, and I will leave the name of it down below because I've completely forgotten, but honestly, I love this powder so much. And I'm just applying this in the hollows of my cheeks on a tapered, fluffy brush. And yeah, this is going in the hollows of my cheeks, just being a bit more precise with it this time. And I am also applying this on my temples and also just down the sides of my nose and at the tip to slim everything out. Moving back onto the eyes, I'm taking Bitten again, so the shade that we applied all over the lid, and I'm just applying that along my lower lash line all the way along, and then I am just blending that out with Cocoa Bear, so the shade that we put in the crease. You just want to keep building and blending until you get the desired effect. The more blown out the better. That's how I like my smoky eyes to look. It just makes your eyes appear a lot wider. And then I'm using that same Kohl liner that we use to tightline in the top of our waterline, just along the lower waterline also, and then going in with the same shader brush just to make sure everything is blended, smoky and smudged out. For mascara, I've got my L'Oreal False Lash Sculpt mascara. This is my absolute favourite. I think I've used it in every single tutorial in the last few months, and yeah, I'm sorry about that. I will switch it up real soon, but I just love it so much. So yeah, I did apply some false lashes off camera, and they are the Ardell Demi Wispies, also another favourite of mine. For highlighter, I've got my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter, and I'm just taking this on a fan brush on the top of my cheekbones. I really like to build up my highlighter, so I go in with little bits at a time and just keep building and blending, and that's always what I say, until I'm happy with it. I'm also taking it down the bridge of my nose, on the tip, my forehead, and anywhere else, all the high points, anywhere that we highlighted with concealer earlier. That's kind of where we want to place it. Then I'm going in with my sleek Solstice Celeste, I can't say it, but the lighter shade of that highlighting palette, just to make that highlight pop even further. So just going over it with the fan brush again, just to make it look super nice and bright. For blusher, I'm using an oldie but a goodie. It's one of my old-time favourites, and I haven't used it in a long time, and it's my matte blusher in the shade Melba. It's such a nice peachy pinky shade, and it's like a natural blush. So I'm really lightly feathering this onto the apples on my cheeks and taking it back into that contour. For lips, I've got my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude lip liner. Again, another favourite. I think I'm just using loads of favourite products in this tutorial, but yeah, such a nice lip liner. It stays on super well, and I just really like the shade of it too. So yeah, I'm just lining the lip with this first, and then going in with, another favourite. It's my Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Venus, and you'll know this is my favourite from my last favourites video actually. So yeah, I'm just applying this all over the lips, and then just going back in with the lip liner to make sure everything is like blended together. And just to highlight the centre of the lips further, I'm just going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Stripped Liquid Lipstick. And then finally, for some bottom lash mascara, my Extended Play Mascara by MAC, and I'm just applying a couple of coats of this because I really want the lower lashes to be quite prominent. But this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Snap and Instagram, and also I'll be doing a daytime fall look, so keep a lookout for that. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye!